Hey everybody, welcome to Far Out Dudes. Another day, another far out conversation. I'm your host, Paul, along with my co-hosts, Joseph and Jacob. How you two doing today?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing great after that cauliflower pizza.
How did you like that cauliflower pizza, by the way?
It tasted good. I don't think there's any cauliflower in that pizza, to be honest.
The crust is cauliflower.
Well, it looked a lot like bread.
Well, that's the whole point.
The point of it.
You know,
I wanted to look like cauliflower mashed up.
It kind of makes me think that it's pretty far out that they make it look like bread, huh, Jacob?
yeah. I wonder what
No,
kind of
I
far out
disagree.
things they do to it. I wonder if they beat that cauliflower.
So,
Beat it hard.
So this week in this week's podcast on Far Out Dudes, I've got a little treat for you guys because this
Say
is
that
not,
every time. You
this
always
is-
have treats for us.
yeah, but you
Are
never,
they doggy treats like Joseph
yeah,
brought to us?
and that I ate.
He said it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah. They make them look like doggy treats.
No, I said they go for a good cause.
They're for a
to help
charity.
dogs.
Yeah.
They said they make them look
So, it's not a conspiracy. This is actually happening, and it's known to happen, and people actually watch the videos of it happening.
Is it
Okay.
people throwing up? Is it twerking?
There's a little bit of throwing up probably in it, but I haven't
Okay.
watched all the videos.
Videos.
But I guess before I start talking about what I have for you guys today, what I want to know is, do y'all like haunted houses?
Do I like haunted houses?
Yeah. Do you ever?
I love haunted houses.
do you? Then you might like this
I don't-
topic that we have for you
I've
today.
never been
I-
to one, but I like
I've
the
ne-
idea
no.
of one.
I hate haunted houses because they're always trying to spook you. They're doing spooky things in the
I like how
haunted
you like
houses.
did a whole 360.
I came up with a joke, so no, I don't like it now.
You know what? I don't like it. They're too spooky. They're always trying to sneak up on
I
you.
can't get no sleep. They're always knocking in the night.
They're always pulling on my sheets.
putting the fingers in my butt.
So, but have you ever been to a haunted house though?
No.
Not knowingly.
Is it something that you would want to do though?
I would,
yeah.
but I have a feeling that nothing's gonna happen if I go because I'm gonna be like,
Well, I think you the best way to do it is to not tell the person because then they have like some expectation. They hear something. It was a hunting. Yeah, it was the ghost.
you know, I heard
well,
that
I-
rape.
Oh,
I guess
it's just a
I
rat.
should rephrase that. So not
Yeah, you
necessarily
should.
like a haunted house, but like you on Halloween go to like a themed haunted house thing. Where
Oh,
they,
no.
They try to scare you. Is that something that you're
No.
like you would go
You know,
to?
I heard there was this guy who took this woman to a haunted house, and then he raped her because he put on a black suit, and he was like, "The ghost. It was the ghost." But it turned out he just raped her.
Oh wow, that's a terrible.
Why do you
It's
always
short story.
ruin the mood?
But,
But
isn't
no, I do not go to those scary haunted houses where it's like
Is
people
it
chasing
because
around
you
chainsaws.
just wouldn't care to do it, or
that,
No.
because people accidentally get murdered there. Like there's
Okay.
a lot of accidents.
so people actually like those things, right?
That's why they
wow,
exist. What a revelation!
what?
Did you know people like eating food?
People like those things.
So what would you think about a haunted house
You know,
themed
you should do
commercial style?
No. I got a new exit strategy. We buy a house, say it's haunted, but it's not really haunted, and we just make it up, and we charge people like $500 to stay there for a night.
Yeah, they will be just like a psychological thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and we dose them with acid.
Oh, before you go into this house,
Here,
you have to take this
have
acid.
this cupcake.
Everybody who enters gets a free cupcake, and
You have to eat it.
You
have
the ghost
to.
here
before you.
will get pissed if you don't eat this cupcake.
Yeah, they'll definitely
It's
come
in
out and
the-
throw you
it's in
against
and
the wall.
then throw some holy water on them. It's laced with acid.
It's
Gets
it's
absorbed
in
into their
the
skin.
Enjoy your stay.
it's in the contract or the waiver you signed. You have to eat that
Yeah.
cupcake. That's definitely doesn't have acid in it.
What would you think about a real interactive haunted house where you actually get kidnapped?
That's not a haunted house. That's just like a kidnap.
I've
center.
heard of people being paid to like get kidnapped.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
All right.
So this is nothing supernatural. This is just a house.
It's not even a house.
It's a manor.
It's a manor. The
What's the
McKamey
difference?
Manor.
What's the difference
The
between, like, a
difference is
mansion,
that
a
the guy
manor,
doesn't
a
want
house?
it to be named mansion or house. He wants it to be called manor.
Oh, so you can just have your house be
Yeah.
Paul's Manor.
Yeah. So basically,
pleasure.
his little theme thing that he does is he likes to kind of portray his haunted houses or his, I guess I should call it an experience
Okay.
of like a horror themed movie where you actually are being like what your experience is in like a horror movie.
Yeah.
not necessarily just supernatural, but physical too, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and things like that.
So he wants to get physical with the women. That's his excuse. Oh, it's just part of the act. What are you getting mad for? It's part of the act.
It's just part of the act. Don't
grab
worry
him
about
by
it.
the
By the what?
Why he's
Grab him
walking-
by the what?
Why
By
he's
the
walking?
anus.
Why he's chasing them with his pants down?
Because that's much better. Grab him by the anus.
Yeah, sometimes you just get him, you grab him by the anus.
Why he's chasing?
Well, I
with his
guess you can
pants
grab
down?
them in that way too, then, huh?
Yeah.
They're
Disgusting.
pussies.
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity grabbing.
It's coming into play, that bussy talk.
Equal opportunity molestation.
So the guy's name
Harassment.
is Russ.
I'm an equal opportunity harasser. I sniff both men and women's chairs.
Just keep
Does he
going.
sniff?
that right
Just
there.
keep going.
That right there, I would say is far out, dude.
It's pretty far out there, yeah.
That right there, just to let you all know that my co-host right there will be sniffing your chair later on after you get up.
All of
it's a
our
guy-
guests get up. And,
It's a guy sniffing a woman's chair and he gets caught. He's like, "Oh, I'm just sniffing the chair." He goes sniff some dude's chair.
If you ever leave
just sniffing chairs.
a restaurant or a conference, if you ever leave a restaurant or a conference and you see somebody sniffing a chair, then that's our co-host here. That's him.
I pay to sniff the chairs coming after people are gone. I don't watch anything.
I need to make sure you're clean.
Oh, this guy's real clean.
It's guys walking around like a dog sniffing.
He's
people.
zestfully clean.
He uses
Irish Spring.
that boy uses Dawn soap.
That boy uses Old Spice.
I like how this is going nowhere to what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. The manor.
So
Being
the manor.
chased, getting raped.
So the
He's sniffing people.
the manor is called McKamey Manor. And why would it be called McKamey Manor?
Because the guy's name is McKamey.
The guy's last name is called McKamey. His first name is
That's
Russ.
kind of a gross name.
His first name is Russ.
McKamey. I came. McKamey.
Oh my god! You're really trying to twist things
I
into a
like
sexual
how everything
manner.
is turned into a sexual thing. So, his name's Russ Mckinney,
Okay.
and he is obsessed with scary movies, horror movies. More of the kind of like Saw and like what's that other one?
Did he ever make a movie?
No. What was that other movie called where they travel to like Europe and they get like tortured?
Hostel.
Hostel. Yeah.
Hostile.
He's really into those.
So like kidnapping,
Yes. So
doing those things.
So Russ McKinney, 23 years old in the Navy.
Oh,
While
nice.
he was in the Navy, he would actually create like these little hauntings or haunted house experiences on the Navy ships.
Well, I'm glad that's what our tax dollars are going to.
To Mr. Russ McKinney, 23 years. That's what your tax dollars went to. Him making haunted houses on a ship.
Did they trick or treat too on the ship?
I have no idea, but knowing the Navy, they probably did.
Wow, so they were turning tricks on that ship.
Straight up trick. Well, that's probably the Navy. They
In the
turn
Navy.
tricks with themselves,
With each
in
other.
The Navy, yeah.
In the bussy.
For my
That's why those
for my
gay guys
Navy-
are always wearing
for my
Navy
Navy
outfits.
friends.
Wearing their sailor boy outfits.
So he created like haunted experiences on the Navy ships. When he got out, he's kind of started doing that exact same thing. Like he lived in San Diego, California, and every
Oh
Halloween,
wow, Navy guy living in
San Diego.
Isn't that where the
wasn't-
Marine base is?
Surprised it wasn't San Francisco.
Who would have thought
San
it?
Francisco.
He.
Haunted houses. I'm gonna grab you by the
Oh my
anus.
God. Texas Chainsaw Mascara.
Yeah, I remember that joke. I never got it, and I still don't think it's funny.
It was off of what was the show?
Aqua Teen
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He called it Texas Chainsaw Mascara. You have to watch the show. That's why you don't get it.
Yeah, I did watch it, and I didn't think it was funny.
So he started off after the ships. He went home, San Diego, on his.
So after he was done turning tricks on the ship and riding them,
He turned tricks. He turned
Riding
tricks,
the ship, by the way.
He turned tricks at home,
Oh.
making haunted houses for Halloween. Started off with little kids, making. Little,
Was he a map?
well, I didn't read anything about him being a map, but never know. What's a map again?
Oh, is that why Dora
Look
is
it
like,
up, folks.
I'm the
Look it
map,
up,
I'm the map, I'm the map?
Oh my! And
On
that's
what?
why he's always
Dora
with
the
Dora.
Explorer.
Oh no!
Wow,
That's
childhood
why he's
ruined.
over there. Dora, go over here.
Go over here where no one can see us.
I'm the map.
Terrible.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Oh no! And what does map stand for again?
Look it up, folks. Look it up.
Minor attracted person or people, whatever. Anyway, so he actually started making little haunted houses for children. Started off making little small haunted houses at his home, in his community for
his
children.
budget.
Later on, it just kind of
Grew.
kind of grew, started becoming more scarier where children couldn't even go. And eventually it just became an adults only, 18 and above.
He went legal. Good.
Haunted haunted house.
He doesn't want to get caught grabbing people by the anus.
And it was, most haunted houses, you go in and there's people that pop out of nowhere and scare you and do things. So he got to the point where he was doing this at a house and people would actually pay to go into his house to be scared, right?
Okay.
Like he would make his own little thing. Then he was like, okay, need to do a little bit something more. So he actually quit his job, or he got laid off from his
He
job.
got
I
into
can't remember.
Satanism.
After he quit his job or laid off, I can't remember what it was. He decided, well, you know what? I kind of want to make this a little bit even more interesting. I want to make it commercial. I want to make a commercial style haunted house. So California wasn't big into that, so he kind of didn't really make it too commercial. But he kept doing his haunted house thing, and so he actually started like having people pay for his haunted experience, or his basically what I would like to call torture experience, because that's basically what he would do to people. So basically, he would say he would scare you so much, and you would be so tired and exhausted that you would quit. He actually told people, if you can last 10 hours, I will pay you
10 hours?
I think I saw
I
a
will pay
video
you
of this. He's like
$20,000.
choking people and like drowning people or something.
Yeah, so
So he's actually getting physical?
his haunted experience, right? So his haunting days turned into from basically haunted houses in his garage to now having people sign up to be kidnapped in California from him, and he actually had to go and tell the cops, say, by the way, I am going to do this mock kidnapping. It's an experience that they're paying for. I'm going to be doing this.
They're paying for me to
during
grab him by the
Halloween, and
anus.
everybody would sign up for it. It got to a point where like 20,000 people were on a waiting list to do this.
20,000?
20,000.
I think we're in the wrong business, friends.
I
We
think
need to start kidnapping.
we need to start torturing people. And
People
so,
pay to grab them by the anus.
You get paid to do that.
I'm over here doing it for free.
look at that.
Waste of money. Waste of
Look at
profit.
that.
Getting harassment charges put on me.
Now you gotta
Catching
tell
a
them that you're
case.
just going to charge them. What was that?
People, 20,000 people.
Oh, okay,
On the
yeah.
waiting
So
list.
basically so he was literally, like, you can look this up. He's basically, what he does is he has two other group of people with him.
Two other group of people with him.
No, not two other groups. Actually, I think
Just
it was
two other
I think it was
people?
just two other people.
What was their race?
Rephrase that.
What race were they?
White people. And I
Was
had
it
to
a
say,
bunch
like,
of black people want to get?
No, it's
kidnapped?
actually a bunch of white people wanting to get kidnapped.
They wanted that fear. that
So they wanted the
experience.
fear, the experience.
So they wanted to feel.
So-
they wanted to feel what it feels like to be non-white.
So what he did, what he was doing, he was actually he would kidnap them, put bags over their head, take them into like his home, and basically what he would say was scare them into quitting, but basically torturing them. He would get physical with them. He would get some of them said they would waterboard them, but he said he never did that. Put them in small confined spaces for long periods of time, loud music, loud noises, hitting, doing all these other things. And you had the chance of losing your teeth, losing some scalp, losing your hair, and other crazy things like that.
I think
What?
I think I saw what you're talking about. He like buzzed this lady's head
Yeah.
and
What?
hair and
Basically, it's a torture home, right? So
I think I'm gonna have to start one of these.
You get paid for it.
So basically,
Mine's a spanking room. Come here, ladies. Let me spank you.
So basically, he wanted to go like make it commercial because people from all over the nation would actually sign up for this nonsense.
Uh-huh.
And so he wanted to make a commercial, but San Diego actually has laws where you can't do that kind of stuff legally. So he moved out of state.
Where did he move to?
Where did he move to?
Texas?
No.
Arizona.
No.
New York.
Wisconsin.
No.
New York.
New Hampshire.
Florida.
Alabama.
No.
Florida.
No.
Nevada.
Alaska?
No.
Nevada?
No.
North Dakota.
No.
South Dakota.
Mexico.
No.
New Jersey.
No.
Canada.
No.
Mexico.
He's still in the States.
Alabama.
One of the places.
Mississippi?
Louisiana.
Tennessee. So he actually moved to Tennessee and he bought a farm, bought this little place, and he called it McKamey Manor.
Oh.
McKamey Manor.
Dude, we can do this. How much is it? Rich people who pay for this?
Well, that's the thing. The guy doesn't charge anything. He just says, just buy my dog some food. I got like 7 dogs that I need
What?
to feed. Yeah. And he makes them sign a 40-page waiver to say what could happen to you.
That he is not responsible.
So basically, it's a 10-hour torture, basically, right?
Well, my torture is just going to be spanking. So if you want to come to mine,
So it's McKamey Manor.
no dudes.
So one thing
Unless you want to pay extra.
so one of the things
Bills are extra.
one is that it's 8 to 10 hours that this happens
Make
to
sure you wash your booty hole too.
You have to sign the waiver and you have to read he wants you to read the waiver and it's
I thought it was just spanking.
I don't want them to have some crust coming out of that booty.
you
Is
don't
it
want
gonna be bare?
you don't want a spanking and like a piece of crust fly out at your dick.
You have to wear the special costume.
Hey, that's
while I do it, which is just a string.
hey man.
Wrapped around the waist.
That's
This is a spanking
Can I
costume.
get a film it?
that's scary like this story.
Disgusting.
So jeez. So one, he records it. He records it and he says it's recorded for his protection and your protection to say so no one ever could come back and be like he torched me, he did it, things that he wasn't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
2, you sign a 40-page waiver that describes everything that could happen to you. You're signing off and allowing this to happen, which one of the things is you could end up dead. It lasts 8 to 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then don't wear any expensive clothes. You will be kidnapped. It starts off in Tennessee, and you end up back and forth from Alabama. So he's gonna move you back and forth to different
Across state lines.
things. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
And he does all this for free?
He does it all for free because he enjoys it.
What does he make? How does he make money?
So basically, if anybody, I have
He
no
probably
idea.
robs them.
Well, you know what?
Takes their stuff.
I was so intrigued by the whole thing. I didn't actually look to see how he made money from this.
He just has this giant ranch in Tennessee and doesn't pay any.
He
Doesn't
just
make any
kidnaps
money.
and tortures people.
Yeah.
Bring me some dog food. You're gonna eat it.
Yeah, by the way, I'm just going to throw poop all on your face while keeping you.
I bet he probably does throw poop.
And
Yeah.
ejaculate on you.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
So this place that he purchased in Tennessee, actually,
it
a
was
lot of the people in his neighborhood. The neighborhood's actually called. Let me see, what was it called again? I forgot.
McKamey Manor?
No, the town where he has actually his manor is
Tennessee?
Summertown, Tennessee.
Oh,
And so-
Pleasantville, Tennessee.
So people in his neighborhood that live around that area in that barn that he takes people in at night, and the children and everybody say they hear the screams and all the noises that come out from that barn when he's doing all of those things as he's recording.
Makes sense.
And so they actually want him out, and people have actually tried to stop him from doing this. But since so many people are signing these waivers, you basically are signing your life away to this guy to basically torture you.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't call it torture. He calls it scaring people to give up, and says you cannot last the entire time, and you'll get $20,000 if you can last.
$20,000.
$20,000 if you can last through all the phases. There's 3 phases he has. And he doesn't really
And
say
he
what
gets
happens
to
on the
cut
visits.
you.
Well,
If he gets to assault you, then I probably wouldn't last.
yeah.
But he's probably gonna.
So here's the thing
Poop
that
on you.
I looked at. Here's the thing that I looked at. So when he first started this, he was getting physical with people, and he would like pull their hair out, break their teeth.
What the?
Yeah. So some of the waiver. So I actually looked up some of the waiver, and one of the participants actually like leaked some of his waiver. So here's some of the things that he says on the waiver. Let me start at the top of this. So one of the things, I think line 49 says, participant fully understands and agrees that they may come in contact with carbon monoxide poisoning with regards to use of artificial fog. Participant fully understands and agrees that once participant enters McKamey Manor, there is no quitting unless seriously physically or psychologically injured.
There is no quitting.
So you're gonna last whether you like it or not.
Oh, no. Participant fully understands that injury may occur during the tour of which may include, but not limited to, head, neck, and back injuries, death, stroke, traumatic brain injury, brain aneurysm, cerebral or retinal hemorrhages, subdural hematomas, loss of consciousness, whiplash, harmful heart attacks.
So people can't smoke weed, but they can. But this guy can torture people and give them brain damage.
See, and that's the funny thing, is that this guy considers himself like a good old hearted, conservative, good guy that doesn't even cuss, and he doesn't allow cussing on during this thing. And if you cuss, $500 gets taken away from the $20,000 if you make it to the end.
I'm pretty sure you said damn halfway in. 500 off. I'm sorry.
So participants fully understand and agree that various fluids such as food coloring, grease, theatrical blood, and other liquids may be placed in participants' mouth.
Grease?
I'm going to hang you. See if you survive.
Theatrical fluids may end up in your mouth while you're blindfolded.
That's pretty. This is going to be, open your mouth. This is going to be theatrical.
This ain't my cock. It's a theatrical fluid.
Participants fully understand and agree that their tour may include the use of hypodermic needles, zappers,
Good Lord.
tasers, and dog shock collars. So I don't know how much this is an actual haunted house, but more as a torture chamber. You're literally
BDSM,
and you don't pay this guy
without
anything.
the sexual
So
harassment.
this is all like free. He considers himself a non-profit.
So that's how he does it. He's
That's
a
the scam.
non-profit, so he doesn't pay taxes.
Non-profit.
his
I get to
land.
torture you on my land.
He
And
probably,
so-
he's probably a
there's
church too, so he can get.
It's a
free-
non-profit, and there's a required $300 donation.
So police officers and the DA and everybody have they've been reported. It's been reported to the DA, and the DA is like, well, it hasn't been said anything to us, and we don't think he's doing anything illegal yet.
They're
But-
signing everything and doing it willingly.
And he's literally recording all of this stuff so it can be like, these people signed up for this.
Mhm.
This is what they paid, not paid for because nobody's getting paid,
Not just hearsay.
but to experience this torture, basically.
Okay.
And it all started with him starting little haunted houses on Halloween.
for
That
kids.
he's basically for kids now torturing people. And all he asks is for
Dog food.
dog food for his dogs.
For the 6
I
dogs,
think there's
guess.
something else going on there.
I think this guy actually enjoys doing these torture things on people, but he literally says it's an experience.
Oh
To-
my god!
It's an experience, a horror experience that an interactive one, and basically saying
McKamey
nobody.
Manor.
He's actually made his own video that came out on YouTube because he's actually been featured in like this little YouTube video, Mind Over Matter, that I guess college students looked him up, and then now he's actually on Netflix on the show called Dark Tourist, episode 8, and he's actually on there, talks about what he does.
What does he look like?
He looks like a fat old white guy.
Well, yeah, you see what I do here.
No, he's
McKamey
actually
Manor.
from California, so he sounds like a Californian.
Inside America's most extreme haunted house experience.
Yeah, extreme haunted house. I think it should just be extreme torture chambers.
Extreme torture. Like, where's the haunted in this?
Exactly. So he basically
We're all ghosts.
he basically goes on YouTube where there's 4.2 million views. August 9th, 2009, he says he He names it McKamey Manor Presents, and then there was none revised. He actually revised the video. Is basically
he puts those things, you know, the dentist puts in your mouth to spread your cheeks.
yeah.
Spread your cheeks.
What? I don't think dentists.
Wait,
A dental dam?
What dentist do you
Dentists
go
don't
to?
look at your anus. They don't look at your anal for anal cavities.
What
They don't
dentist
look at your anal
spreads your
cavity?
cheeks,
Sorry, sir. I think you need to check your dentist again because I don't know what dentist you're going to that spreads your cheeks.
No, but your cheeks on your face, idiot.
So he basically your cheeks
Look.
on your face, the face cheeks, not the butt cheeks. So he's told people that no one can ever last the whole thing, and he's letting everybody know that you will not last. He will always make sure that you don't because he's not going to pay anybody $20,000.
There's a photo if you look it up of him drowning somebody.
Yeah, exactly. So what I've noticed on his most recent videos is that he's went to like physically torturing these people to now mentally torturing them. So he's actually put on headsets on them so they can't really hear and covering their eyes and basically mentally torturing them.
Oh my God.
And people pay for this.
Yeah.
Well, you just said they
Or-
did it for free.
Sorry, I keep saying pay. People sign up for this for free for this stuff to happen to them.
I do it this willingly.
Yeah. And one of the things he says is he's never really
Please
tortures
break my bones.
He says he never really tortures anybody. He just hypnotizes them to make them think that they're actually. So he puts them in like little pools of water and makes them think that they're in the ocean and there's sharks surrounding and they're going to eat them. He says that's how he freaks people out.
Hypnotizing.
Yeah. That looks real hypnotizing. People going out and like their teeth missing, their hair missing. Like,
I would just hypnotize them and make them think I was pulling out their hair.
had you ever? So you had never heard of this, huh, Jacob?
No. Because it
Joseph
seems pretty stupid.
I,
it's
a while
pretty
ago, was at a previous girlfriend's friend's house, and they were watching some weird shit on the TV. I was like, what the fuck is this? And they were like, oh, people paid to do this or something like that. And it's, yeah, it's come full circle, which is
So
weird.
I'm like, why would you think of actually doing this like to yourself?
They're too sheltered.
I think they're too. I think they're
they
too
haven't
bored.
experienced anything.
And when they try to, well, what's funny is that on one of the videos I saw that he actually had a guy who has his own haunted house and was like, dude, you can't scare me. This is ridiculous. I have my own haunted house. I know all this scary stuff. And he basically had him.
Well, he didn't know he was going to get tortured.
He didn't know he was going to get tortured. And so basically made a fool of him and then told him to get on camera and say, you're right, I'm wrong. I'd never do this. Yeah.
So this guy's humiliating people.
He's
too.
basically So I'm going to show you this real quick.
You know, there's a photo on Google where
he's
the
not
ladies,
doing so well.
where the ladies are covered in blood, and the caption reads, "They're covered in each other's tampons." Blood from their tampons.
He's only got 2.7 on Google, which is bad reviews.
Wow, really?
Well, that's because most people are probably like, I don't want
It's
to
probably
watch
just
anything with
random
torture.
people.
I have not been, so I get the chance. I'll change my review. No one wants to get back to me on taking the tour. So no one got back to her, so she gave it a 1 star on Google.
Oh, and so what he does is he tells the people, actually, this is a video that I have. He actually tells people, you have to go get a physical. Be honest about what causes you to have, like, heart, if you have any heart issues or anything like that, because the things that he will be doing to you may cause those types of things. So if you have, like, seizures, or if you're, like, if you have a heart issue or a previous stroke or anything like that.
Actually, I do remember one time he did like these races and he put just some black people in there and they started going nuts. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I think you're making that up right now.
No.
Nah. And so this is just one of those things that is not necessarily supernatural or aliens or anything.
Far out
It's
there.
pretty far out. It's probably the most far out. I mean, people from around the world. One of the people that he actually interviewed or that did this was from like Sweden, and he records her and like says to get her to basically say, "I should have never left Sweden." Like, why would you fly all the way over here to basically be tortured?
They paid some money to get it done.
Yeah, this is. I was like, this is just retarded. I don't know. Oh, you're not supposed to say retarded. Sorry. So let me
Very mentally
let me
challenged.
let you listen to one of these guys who basically was being recorded and basically looked like a fool.
I shouldn't have wasted anybody's time. I shouldn't have come out here. I'm so sorry.
He's sorry. So we'll let him go.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Bro Hunter here. Bro Hunter. What haunted house do you belong to?
Dead City Lodge.
Then represent right now. Apologize to all those guys watching. I said apologize right now.
I'm sorry. All my friends that I let down. All my guys on my team. I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time and keeping you up late at night. I'm sorry for wasting Russ's time. I'm sorry for wasting Susan's time.
Who would have thought that being tortured would make you want to apologize for going over there?
Yeah. I'm sorry. He doesn't have a haunted house. He has a torture house.
And why is there that piano playing in the back? Like,
Because that's what he has doing.
sympathy or something.
So that's what I see. That this is what
I'm so
Like
sorry.
it's a sad video.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I tortured
He's sorry, so we'll let him go. Psych, spread his bussy.
So listen to this video right here where he's basically throwing either some poo or like some just wet mud on this guy's face, and he's like can't really breathe.
I'm hoping it's wet mud.
He's like, "Don't bury me."
I can't. Russ, I can't. I quit. Russ, I quit. I can't.
There ain't no quitting, boy.
What did he say? There's no quitting?
No, seriously. Quitting. You didn't do that. Russ, please. I can't do this. My name is Chris Smith, and I quit. I quit round one of our two-night tour. I cannot handle getting buried alive. You really don't want to do this?
You really don't want to do this? No, I do.
All right, go ahead and
This
pause
is
it.
what I do.
So he says, "I really don't want to get buried alive," but he basically just has like a helmet on him with his eyes covered, and he's just throwing like mud, or it looks like feces to me, but I'm guessing it's not feces since he's probably not like, it smells like poo.
He's standing over, squatting over it,
But-
just pooping straight.
I'm shoveling this mud on you. It's just squirting all over him.
Yeah.
That's
so-
what the butt sounds.
So I think he went to like physically torturing people to like psychologically torturing people.
Oh, even worse.
Exactly. But I would say I just think it's so dumb that people would like even sign up for this. I mean, the paperwork itself is letting you know that you may get tasered.
You may die.
You may die.
Like, okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Let me go potentially die at this place because I'm seeking a thrill or something.
So most
like
people are calling him like a psychopath and everything like that. Like they like literally trying to get him like to stop doing this, like reporting him to authorities, getting all these things, and it hasn't stopped. The dude's still doing it.
that. Well, people are
And so,
coming like
yeah.
willingly.
So you remember how I said there was like 2,000 people on the waiting list?
Uh-huh.
He now has like 27,000 or I forgot. Like let's see.
You said 20,000.
To do it for free.
To do it for free, he has a waiting list. 20
That is
something
crazy.
thousand.
Maybe we should just start
long
a
of people
torture.
waiting.
A torture chamber.
Yeah. Come get tortured $200 for an hour.
Come, I will torture you. Just get paid. That's it. I mean, you won't get paid. Why do I keep saying
I
paid?
heard that he tortures people here in Houston, and I came and I really regretted. I shouldn't have left Germany. I shouldn't have
I like how you
left.
chose that random city, Houston.
I should have never signed up for the social chamber.
He came and he grabs me by my anus. And I
That's
don't have a
part of
very
it.
big anus. It's very small, so he was pinching me.
Why is it? Oh, hey, you remember how we were talking about like talking in different languages,
Yeah.
but like with a southern accent? Can you do like maybe a German accent, but talking like in different languages?
But German is just
Sausages.
What?
Sausage.
Like, ¿cómo tú sapel?
No. He did a German French.
That's what I'm saying. Like German to French. Like, could you do German to like Spanish?
Can I? German.
You're trying to mix two
That-
accents, and I don't think it's.
I
gonna be
don't know
possible.
where the restrooms at. Oh, I have to say it in Spanish. Let me see if I can do that.
The taco.
The
Salsa.
baño. Can you tell me where the baño's at? Gaston se baño.
How did we get to this?
You just randomly
Oh, yeah,
brought
we-
up. Oh, hey, you remember
well-
how you're doing accents?
Well, because
should,
he was doing an accent and
well,
he was
we should-
like,
Don't
Oh,
take
no.
me to the torture chamber.
No, because people from Germany are going to come to our torture room that we're going to open up next year.
well, he actually
Sign
has,
ups down below.
He
Let us
actually
know if you're interested.
he actually has people from around the world going to sign up for his stuff.
we're gonna rival him. We are gonna. Never mind.
We are gonna torture people.
We're gonna be called a torture place.
We're gonna
Not
be called-
some little pussyfoot haunted little experience.
McKamey Manor.
We're going to
Your
be called
arms off.
Slapping Man. We're going to be slapping titties, slapping booties,
No men.
slapping
though.
those cheeks.
No men though.
No, no men though.
Only you men are extra. You got to pay 1,000 instead of 200.
I don't know. So what I think about is like almost like what was that old show back then? Was that one of those shows?
Fear Factor.
No.
Uh
It was Faces of Death,
huh.
but like
About it.
real.
Yeah.
Well, no, Faces of Death was real. It was like
Some of them are real. Some
Do you
of them
remember the
were
one? What was
fake.
that movie where they showed them like eating monkey brain and
Yeah,
stuff?
Faces of
Faces
Death.
of Death?
Yeah.
Some of them are real. Some of them are fake.
Yeah. So basically, he's making like an entertainment version of Faces of Death, and he's like recording it. But he says he records it mainly just to protect himself and then protect them to make sure that
I think he
everybody's
goes home at night, watches them, and masturbates furiously to them.
good to the
Furiously.
Yes.
How does he furiously masturbate?
What furiously? Whatever popped up in your head.
Masturbating.
If it's him going while doing it, then that's how he furiously masturbates.
Stop slapping me. What? I'm slapping you with some sausages.
With
Stop slapping me with those sausages.
We're all slapping you with our sausages.
Blindfolded. You can't see anything.
and we got head cover or what is it ear protection on you so you can't even hear it either. You just feel it.
You just fear our thick sausages. Johnson's got a small sausage.
This is everybody else. This is Johnson's.
Johnson's got one of those, what are those little ones called? Vienna sausages.
I'm gonna hit you with a sack full of balls.
with 2 balls particularly.
What do we at?
There's a little bit of hair on this sack.
Don't ask why it feels like a scrotum.
This feels like a ball sack. Yeah, it is a ball sack.
I was telling you it wasn't, but it really is.
That's
That's the torture.
There's no testicles in this ball sack, though. It's just a sack.
Ow, my balls.
I mean, a sack of balls. A sack of balls.
They take him to court. Sir, why are your balls bruised? There's lots of
He walks
bruising on
limping.
these balls.
Oh, God, my balls.
I got swollen testicles.
Imagine going to
that
like.
has nothing to do with what this court was
Imagine
about.
going to like work or a wedding the next day after you like signed up for it and you're still like your tooth's missing, your hair's half gone, and
You're
you're
all
like,
bruised up, black eyes.
oh, what happened to you? It's a wild weekend, just a wild weekend, guys.
Don't have a destination wedding in Tennessee again.
and all you have is like a ball sack mark on your forehead. Like, what happened to you?
We're going to be branding people there, too.
I'm surprised if he doesn't already.
I'm pretty sure this guy was like doing like crazy stuff because you basically see the pictures of him like putting people in like these small spaces,
Inject you with black tar.
burying them
heroin.
alive.
we inject you with fentanyl.
I mean, his paperwork says that you just beware that you might come in contact. It doesn't say you will be poked with it. Basically, you may be in contact with some needles, some tasers.
They're probably going to inject him with like 20 marijuanas.
Well, that's the thing. He's like,
We've got this AIDS-soaked blood.
he said he
needle.
likes straight-laced people with a strong mind that don't do drugs and have a healthy body. That's the only people he'll take.
The people that'll break the most.
So participants fully understand and agree that they will be participating in various medieval various medieval torture devices such as knife throwing while strapped to a spinning wheel, shackles, chains, gibbet cage, a gibbet cage.
Yeah, sure.
Stocks and the racks. Participants fully understand that they will be agree to water torture may be used. He's basically letting you know that all this stuff is going to happen to you. Oh, here it is. Participants fully understand and agree that if they are selected to visit the dentist, that they may have a tooth extracted without Novocaine and will not hold McKamey Manor liable.
Wow.
So they're gonna be ripping out your teeth.
So basically, actually,
This comment says 10 out of 10 experience. They even gave me a fresh new haircut. Didn't even ask for. So generous of them. They also ripped all my teeth. Ripped out all of my teeth. Wow. I don't have to pay for the dentist anymore.
So, and on some of them, he actually, I guess on the videos, he actually makes them pull out their own teeth. How do you get to a point
Pull it.
where you're convinced enough to pull out your own teeth? I guess to say you won't move into phase 2 or win $20,000.
I just want to say, if
you
you
don't pull out
come
your
to
own
our Spank Manor, we're just gonna spank you with our balls, with our sausage.
That are connected
That
to
is
us
not-
in any way.
Any organs?
like a Czech sausage.
Yeah.
What is the sausages called?
There are
Head
chorizo.
sausage?
We got chorizo.
Or kielbasa?
We got some big old fat kielbasas.
So just come to
At
our.
least one of us does.
So just let us know if y'all are interested in us making a.
So I
Spank
know we've
Manor.
been talking about it the whole time.
Even though we probably have 100% dude listeners.
I know we've been talking about it for a while, and y'all all kind of put y'all's thoughts together. But I kind of want to give this moment, probably about maybe 30 seconds or a minute or so, just to kind of tell the listeners what you guys think about the manor and any other insight that you have about it. Joseph?
I think this is the obvious cuckoo crazy. I think the only people that would actually do this are people, like I said, that have been like not sheltered, but just have been like super safe, you know, and they think, oh, I'm gonna go do this and get an experience, and it's just way more than anyone would want to handle, and they end up breaking. And pretty sure some have PTSD because of this.
I'm pretty sure they have PTSD now. Do you think $20,000 worth? What would make people to go even further?
To potentially die? No, my life is not worth $20,000.
What would you? What? Not you specifically. How? Well, obviously people are doing it. How long? Because no one's ever lasted to the end to win the 20,000. How much money do you think that it would take for at least one person to make it all the way through? Because obviously $20,000 is not worth it for them to go, you know what? This is too much. I quit. It's not enough money for me to go through this.
That magic number, 1 million.
You think $1 million would have somebody go through all the
yeah.
torture and actually be like maybe possibly on the verge of death?
If they haven't already for 20,000,
Yeah.
I do.
$20,000?
Yeah.
That's
Doll
a lot of
hair.
money.
What do you
They
think?
didn't read it correctly. It says
said
doll,
doll
hairs. Where's my money? Money. Here's your doll hairs.
There's 1 million of them. Go make yourself a doll.
Go count them too.
So what do you think, Jacob? What do you think the magic number is for somebody dumb enough to go through the entire thing to like go on the verge of death?
Honestly, $5,000. Maybe even $1,000. Some people are really desperate. And
no one's made it for 20,000 yet.
Oh, how much money would it take for somebody to last?
Yeah, to actually go through the whole thing and go, you know what? Had y'all seen the Squid Games yet?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Uh-huh.
So just imagine like somebody that's just completely down and out. How much money you think it would take to go through this guy's torture chamber to make it out
And
to go
to last?
and to last to
To
go
hold out?
That how much money do you think it would take?
Honestly, like 100,000 probably.
Really? So Joseph says $1 million. You say 100,000.
Yeah.
You think somebody would go through the whole thing to just say like I'll take
Yeah.
$100,000?
It depends. Well, it depends on a lot of things.
To go on the verge of death.
Yeah.
Like fine, 100,000. I'll get tortured to almost death.
I mean, if it was just like normal torture, like somebody's trying to scare me, not pulling out my hair, shaving my head.
That's
knocking out my
exactly what he
teeth.
does.
Making you pull your own
But
teeth
it-
out.
Go to the dentist. You know.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
So you think 100,000 would be justify somebody, like somebody's gonna be dumb enough to actually do the whole thing?
Yeah, for 100,000, I think somebody would do it.
Wow.
I'm surprised nobody's done it for 20,000. To be honest,
Well, I don't
nobody's
think
made it
they're.
through.
I don't think they stop and say, "Oh, 20,000 isn't worth it." I think they stop because
they're pulling out their teeth.
I hate this and I don't want to feel this pain and get tortured.
Exactly.
I think if he wasn't pulling out people's teeth, I think a lot more people would last.
I think a lot of people. Well, that's the whole point of it, right? So he doesn't have to pay $20,000 to anybody.
I think
That's why nobody will last, because he'll do things that they won't make it through.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it, I think, is that he goes through that whole process and says,
Wouldn't that be
participant-
like
so
a
here's-
legal
for-
dental procedure?
for
Couldn't he get
example,
in trouble for that?
For example, here's number 61 on his waiver. If this is actual a true copy of his waiver, is participants fully understand and agree that it is possible that joints, i.e., jaw, shoulder, elbow, wrist, knees, hip, etc., may be accidentally dislocated, and that participants will not hold responsible.
Yeah, well, that's reasonable because he might be like dragging them by the arms,
Yeah.
and then they might get a dislocated shoulder.
I mean,
But the whole death thing is where you got me.
But the only well, that could be like somebody gets a heart attack because they're so scared, and then they die, and then that's why.
well, if they don't disclose it, because he says, I need everything disclosed to me properly,
Yeah.
so that way I know how far I can take these things, you know?
But like the point where he's like damaging people.
And I guess that's where he goes, kind of knows, okay, if you have heart conditions or anything, I'm not going
I
to
have
take
a heart
you because,
condition. I have brittle bones. I have
Yeah.
paper skin. So
and that's where he'll
good
go,
luck
well,
scaring me.
I'm probably not going to take him because
You better.
I
take
wouldn't
me.
be able to take
what
him
if
all the way to
what
the
if
edge,
you turn the
know?
tables on him and you start scaring him?
How
What
would
if
you
you go
do
in
it
and
harder?
you grab the thing and you start scaring him and threatening
Well,
him?
that's the thing. The waiver says you can't touch them at all, or you lose automatically.
Oh dang!
Oh, okay, so to get out of it, I gotta do is slap him.
So his thing is,
there's no quitting.
you
wanna
can't
make
cuss,
sure?
and you can't touch him.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. What?
But they can do anything and everything to you.
I think this opens some cool business opportunities for us of making a house.
So I guess
You're an
now
idiot.
it's your turn. We're going to give you 30 seconds to a minute to just kind of just speak on this particular subject.
I think he already did. for 5
I
minutes.
think that
Well, we did, but we didn't give him we kept talking back to him where we gave you the opportunity, the floor to yourself.
No, you didn't.
We want to give Jacob the floor to himself,
the
No, we
floor
didn't.
to myself.
the
Yeah,
flow
good luck.
to himself.
I'll give you the floor just like you give everyone else the floor. Go ahead.
So
Okay.
now we'll
Let me
get
interject.
30 seconds to a minute, Jacob. Tell us
ahead.
what you think and tell us what your thoughts are.
All right, I'm timing it, so I better get my full minute. And this doesn't count. My minute starts now.
I said 30 seconds to a minute, not a full.
Well, you already interrupted me, so it starts again over. Okay, so what I was
Let me
gonna-
interject real quick while you say that. What I want to say
That's part of
is
your
nothing
second.
that has to do with anything, and just go in a big circle and take off the subject, and then we forget what we were talking about.
So, anyways, the Manor thing, it just honestly, I want to make my own where I charge people like $200, $300. Let me know in the Let me know in the comments down below how much you would pay. It has to be over $200 because I'm not gonna waste time.
I think that's.
You think most of our listeners are poor? They probably won't even.
we're poor?
So let me get this straight. You want this 100% profit business to have a minimum purchase of $200.
Yeah, we're not gonna be squeezing your nipples for free.
I think that's, you know what I'm thinking now? I think that's where he gets away with a lot of this stuff, is that he's not charging people. He says he's a nonprofit. So they're volunteering to go through this process. Now, I guess if you were to charge people, there's a more open door for people to like to sue and do things.
Dude, we're gonna do some crazy torture things at ours. We're gonna get clothespins and put them on their nipples.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like
Those really
terrible.
jumbo ones too. It's gonna
Those
be like,
fake big clown type ones.
yeah, it'd be clown things. They're gonna rip off their nipples.
What is that?
That's gonna be in the waiver. Nipples may get torn off.
with
Nipples
huge,
may get
with
pinched
huge,
off.
with huge velcroed.
Velcro.
I was laughing
This
so.
guy's
I was
bringing
laughing so
Velcro
much.
into it.
I was laughing so
And
much.
you
I
have to
couldn't
wear
even
the
say it.
special outfit.
It's a stream.
You must be at least a 7.
Nothing higher.
No.
You must be fit as well.
Nipples may get pinched off.
I just
Process.
just still can't believe people are that dumb to actually do that. And the fact that there's just that many people waiting for this to happen to them.
That there's a wait list.
I see
Yeah,
there's
they're
a
like talking like there's actually things on there that you can see where people actually talk mess to him, like, your thing, it's all fake. I'd be able to make it through. I want my $20,000. I can't wait to do it.
Oh, you said you can do it?
And then
Here's your $20,000.
and I think that's why he shows a lot of the videos of the people, like, basically him humiliating them at the end for not making it.
I'm so sorry, Russ. I'm so sorry.
Sorry to Sarah.
Please don't touch my pussy anymore.
My haunted house. I didn't mean to do that to you. I just meant to.
So sorry.
Please help me. Tell Russ I'm done. Please tell Russ I'm done with this old thing. I mean, I'm making fun of him, but I wouldn't want to go through that whole process. I think the Marine Corps itself is something that, like, people cannot handle, and they quit, and it's not even anything close to this guy torturing you purposely.
Literally torturing.
Yeah.
You get paid for that.
Yeah.
At least.
And people still quit.
You get paid minimum wage for that.
And the funny thing is, people still quit. That's the point I make here.
Yeah.
So for people to go into this freely with not getting paid, not paying anybody, and well, it would be even worse to me, I think, if they paid him to go through this.
There are people out there that pay people to kidnap them.
That's why I look
Not
at
so
like
much that far to torture him or whatnot.
like
but
hostile. Like, at what point is he gonna have people to like pay to be the people who torture? Like, okay, you can join my team, and you have to pay me so you can join the team to be part of the torture.
I would.
Can you imagine if he gets somebody there and
cuckoo
and they
people.
just like they're just like not phased, they're just like, I'm gonna bury you in dirt. Okay.
Okay.
And then he just starts burying them.
Hey,
Okay.
are you done?
I'm gonna
or-
pull out your teeth. I don't have any.
Go ahead, he pulls his dentures.
Fuck.
Okay.
I'm gonna chop your arm off.
Now,
Prosthetic.
now I'm gonna pull your nails off. Okay.
I don't
You don't even have nails.
I am nothing.
I've been tortured for 30 years in Afghanistan.
This is a
Nothing
cakewalk.
phases
I'm gonna
me.
waterboard you. I have gills. what are you?
I was also in a CIA experiment program.
What are you, Kevin Costner from Waterworld?
I got webbed toes too.
Well, I'm gonna cut your web toes.
No.
Oh, you got me. You got me. You got my web toes.
I'm gonna poop on you. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
I actually like being pooped on.
It's pretty warm as long
Don't
as it
mind
comes out
my
warm.
erection.
I like the chili dog style. Yes, please.
God. I want more of that pudding sticks to your butt cheeks.
I'm gonna sew your butt cheeks together. Oh, okay. Well, that's happened before.
Oh, save me the embarrassment from farting.
Sir, can you just tell me what is like you don't like?
I'm not gonna do anything to you. But you gotta.
You gotta do something. This is terrible.
I want to feel. I cut myself so I feel something.
Oh no.
Like, sir, you gotta take off your shirt and it's like all cut up. His body's all cut up.
Where he does it to himself.
Where are your
Sir,
nipples?
you're freaking us out.
So he actually
Here's
goes
what
there.
I do.
He actually goes there. He's already cut up, and he's like, actually, the way to torture me is to like pour alcohol in my cuts. And he's like,
Get some lemon juice.
That hurts so bad.
Pour some
Stick your finger in there.
and instead he's
Spit
like
on my face.
he's like making noises like he enjoys it. Oh yeah, I mean, that hurts so bad.
Why do you have
I
a
have anal leakage.
huge erection? Because it hurts so bad.
Oh no! Don't step on my balls. I hate that.
I
Step on his balls, guys.
Stomp his balls. I had a vasectomy.
I hate when you pour lemon juice in my eyes. Oh, pour lemon juice. Oh no, it hurts so good. I mean, bad.
Oh, look, keep going. I'm almost there. Almost what?
You
Quitting?
better not slap on my cock. Get him, guys.
Don't poo and pee in my face. Oh no!
Don't pee on me, no.
It's just disgusting.
Please stop.
The fact that, and the thing is that there's actually people out there that actually like that kind of stuff for real.
Yeah, they're my customers. Future customers.
Future customers.
Disgusting.
Oh man, where are we at? How many?
Cleanup
minutes?
is on the customer. Cleanup. Yeah.
Bring your own diapers.
What minutes are we
Go
at?
to the tub.
That's a good comeback. Oh, alrighty. It's just silence.
Yeah, I don't know. So Jacob, obviously, you joked about really making a torture chamber.
This isn't a joke. I'm actually gonna make a torture chamber.
Is there something like? Usually, we would say this is like an illegal thing for people to do, but this guy does it like legally year after year. He's been doing this since like 2015.
Oh, nice. So it's got an anniversary coming up.
Yeah, crazy, right? And no one has been able to like stop him from doing it. Like people go like, "Oh, he's done. He was doing this to me,"
I think
and he
they have
actually
to
shows
get-
the video of like him like what he really did to them. So I think it's mostly like psychological things.
Yeah, I think it'd have to be like some kind of creative way to get him.
Yeah.
You know, like
To make him,
performing illegal dental surgery. You know,
well, to pull out your own teeth, like to say they
Yeah.
pulled out their own teeth. I didn't do
no-
anything.
I didn't do anything. They did themselves.
Yeah.
All I asked was that
At
they
any
please
point
do
in
it.
time, they could have stopped pulling out their own teeth. They could have stopped cutting themselves.
All they had to do was cuss.
They all they
Say
had to-
damn.
and I would have been like, "You out of here! I don't appreciate that. You don't
No
do
one
that.
takes the Lord's name in vain on my property.
You don't curse here on my manor." And one of the girls on there called it a McKamey Mansion, and he's like, "Oh no, how dare you? How dare you call it that? What is it? What is it called? Manor. It's on my shirt. Manor. It's manor."
I heard one time one guy went and he made him take.
You didn't hear that at all. This is the first time.
made him-
All the listeners know this is the first time you're hearing about
He put
this.
him on HRT, and the guy stayed there for
2
like
years.
a year.
And now he's a she.
Oh no.
I know, that guy does crazy stuff.
Yeah. And so
yeah.
oh yeah.
Is there a?
Oh yeah.
Does he have a McKamey dungeon?
Well, I think that's what it should be
Well,
called. It
mine
should be called McKamey Dungeon.
Well, does he do this like in his house or is it like
He does
out
it on.
back
He
or-
owns this. It's a property. So he starts
No,
off
I'm
on
looking
one-
at the property.
So it's his property. He starts off at the barn. Yeah. So it's basically not much. He doesn't really live on that same property. But he has like a barn, and he starts off in the barn. He kidnaps them, puts them in this barn. That's where they start off.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 phases. If you can get through all 3 phases, you win the money. But you can stop at any time of the phases and go, "Okay, I quit. I don't want to do this phase."
I
That's
thought
a
you said
good
there was no
gimmick.
quitting.
Well, if you basically the way to quit is to say, "I quit. I'm blah 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 blah. This is me quitting, and I have agreed to quit."
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you
Because
this.
he actually before he did that, there was no quitting
Mhm.
until
So there, everyone won.
No, they wouldn't win. He wouldn't allow them to quit. He would just end up stopping because he knew that they couldn't take it anymore.
Mm.
But now he's put in like a safe phrase, and the safe phrase is to sit there, say your name, where you're from, and basically humiliate yourself and say you couldn't take it, and this is my name, this is where I'm from, and I couldn't take it anymore, and so I
Pussies.
quit. Yeah.
Pussies. What happens if I go, Russ, wait. I'm getting hungry. Do you have any pizza?
That's part of the torture. You don't get to eat.
No.
No, I knew I should have ate that breakfast burrito.
Fuck, I gotta take a shit.
I got 8 more hours.
I would go just to purposely poop all over everything.
Will you stop shitting everywhere? I'm just so scared.
I'm sorry. That's all I can pay attention to is the poop coming out of me. I took a laxative. before I got it.
rubbing it everywhere.
I should have took overdose on those
So
laxatives.
most of these people, he has them like wear different outfits. What if you're like, Russ, I don't want to wear any outfits. I just want to be naked. You think that you do that? So you can literally like actually do the poo.
Well, you might get a splinter on your balls.
I think that's the whole-
Sitting down.
Well, that's on his waiver. You might get splintered on your balls.
Ooh, specifically. Because he like doesn't sand some freshly cut wood and
Yeah.
just dry.
Actually,
ball
the-
sack.
I'm
the
gonna
neighbors
pierce
have-
your
the
nipples.
grain.
So the neighbors have actually witnessed him like dragging people with a chain down the yard in the manor thing. Like in the middle of the night, they like stayed up and watched and saw him doing some like crazy stuff to people.
What?
You're just
Yeah,
sitting there with the bowl of popcorns.
yeah,
That person's an idiot.
basically.
They
Yeah,
went
it's-
there willingly.
They literally go there willingly. Like you're basically you could get tattooed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get tattooed.
What the hell?
Yeah. Participants fully understand and agree that their nails may be removed from their nail beds, and that's what I was saying. Like, what if there really is a person that's like, no, don't pull it off from my nails. Oh,
Back in the CIA, back in Nam, I
just-
used to get my nails pulled by the What were they called?
Viet Cong.
Viet Cong all the time.
Yeah. I like that.
Pull my nail off, I'll pull them off for you.
It's nostalgic to me. I like that.
Brings back good memories.
Here's another one. Participants fully understand and agree that if chosen, they may receive a tattoo or piercing. It is the responsibility to care for such tattoo
Are they
in
in
order not to
quotation
get
marks?
hepatitis or other infections.
No, don't pierce my nipples.
No.
There's a rule right here.
What if there's a girl like, I want my nipples pierced, and she's like, this is a weird waiver to get my nipples pierced.
May get hepatitis.
Might get hepatitis.
Rule number
Why is it saying that?
23. Participants fully understand that they may come out of this addicted to black tar heroin.
No, shut up.
That's right. We're gonna drug you pretty bad.
We're gonna drug you. Well, he says he doesn't drug people or anything because he's against that.
So, what an honest, nice man he is.
I'm not.
He's a straight laced guy. That guy, you know.
Cut to him. pulling
Just
people's teeth
except that he
out.
likes to just rip people's teeth out. You know, what's wrong with that? You know, they agreed to it, right?
No big whoop.
Would
at
y'all
all.
be down to do like a business of this, of torturing people?
I don't know if I would be able to.
Participants fully look at this one. Participants fully understand and agree that they may be fish hooked, which may inadvertently
Rip their skin.
it may inadvertently cause rippage to the mouth area. I think that's probably what happened to that one guy in the picture where his lips were all like swollen. How did your lips get
Oh
that
my
swollen?
God. Yeah, I did it on purpose.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it, guys.
Dude, my torture is gonna be paper cuts.
I hate paper. I would. Yeah, I would.
Imagine
10 seconds in, I'd be done.
I'd be
could.
pour lemon juice on them.
Oh
He
no!
makes you take your
You make me
shoes
wash
off.
my hands with alcohol soap.
He makes you take your shoes off. You step on a Lego.
Fuck! I quit. No, I hate Legos.
It's gonna be the
Walk
Lego
over this
room,
bed of Legos.
and then there's gonna be a
It's just-
chalkboard. It's gonna go.
That's just the waiting room. You accidentally walk
the,
on the Lego.
the Lego Manor waiting room.
You walk over. You got to walk to the beginning. It's over a bed of Legos.
No.
Carry this 20-pound weight.
Oh no, Legos is on my feet.
Oh, actually, this is a nonprofit, so we got bricks from the 99-cent store.
So what do y'all think? Was this
Building blocks.
far out enough for this for our podcast?
I don't know. It's not up to us. It's up to the listeners.
So what do you?
Tennessee's pretty far out there.
Yeah. So what do you think, listeners? Let us know on the comments below, and let us know with your subscribes, with your subscriptions, with your likes, or with
comments.
your dislikes and comments. We like to hear your comments, though. We like to hear.
There's no more dislikes. There's no dislikes, so you can only like.
Oh, I
You
made
can
one.
dislike, but it doesn't pop. Like the number doesn't pop up.
Yeah.
No, there is dislikes. You just put it in your comments.
Oh.
I fucking hate this.
But let us know. Let us know what you thought about this show. Let us know what shows you'd like to hear about. What other conspiracy theories that you know that are not mainstream, right, guys? We know of aliens, but tell us things that you like us to research and talk about that's not mainstream Cocker Spaniels. You know what I'm saying?
I just hope aliens don't ever abduct me and anally probe me and record it and leave me with the recording.
The probe room. There's gonna be a.
The probe
The
room.
probe room.
We'll dress like aliens,
Probing.
shine a big old spotlight into their room. And
Do you want the
abduct
alien
them.
probe room experience?
Do you want the abduction experience?
Or do you want the
Oh,
probing
alien
experience?
And at 3:00 at night, without you even knowing, we're gonna come and put
We'll
a
get a
big
giant spotlight.
and we're gonna come into your room
And we're
like,
gonna play the X-Files theme
Yeah.
song.
and we also we get to put you.
That's not how the X-Files goes.
It is X-Files.
How does it go?
Yeah, that's it.
Don't play the song because you're gonna get us.
And you have to agree to anesthesia, so that way we can abduct you.
you have to agree to get any kind of drugs injected into you.
Any drugs, black tar drugs.
All of them.
All of my clientele are addicted to heroin, and I'm their pimp now.
I don't know how they got it. Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing, except he wasn't doing it well.
Exactly. That's what I was like. That's not it.
But he was still close.
Yeah. Yeah, you're way out of tune for them.
Anyways,
I want to believe.
so hide your kids, hide your wife, because I'm gonna be putting some clothes clippers on their nipples. What is it?
God.
Clothes clippers?
Oh, safety pins.
Whoa, jeez.
What's it called?
Are you
What are
with
they clipping?
Russ over there? Jeez.
Jeez, Russ McKamey?
What is it?
Clothespins?
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 Clothespins.
No,
They're not clothespins.
They're hanging pins, or what would you call them? Pins?
I can't believe we
someone
can't
look it up?
remember what it's called.
Do they even still make those?
Clothespins.
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
I was saying.
clothespins.
Clothespins.
Okay,
They're
so
not clothespins.
so hide your kids, hide your wife, because I'm be putting clothespins on the nipples.
So we'll come back with you next week. We'll have one. Joseph, you wanna, or who's next on the chopping
go.
block?
I'll go next.
Okay, so give a little
You
preview.
have
Actually,
to-
I can't
you have to
go
go
next. You have to go next
Why?
because I'm gonna be busy. So Joseph, you're gonna
Oh,
be,
okay, because none of us are busy.
you're not as busy as me.
Oh, okay, only you're busy.
Yes.
Well, I would.
There's levels
You
of
know what?
busyness.
I got a couple
I'm trying
ideas.
to start
It's
a
all right.
freaking
I got
Lego
it.
room,
How
an
about-
abduction.
How about we do this? Joseph will be next if you can get the rest of our podcast posted. If you don't, that means you're not busy.
I can't because I'm busy with other things.
Okay, so Joseph,
I got a couple ideas.
what ideas do you have as like a little preview to listen to
A
our
teaser.
It's going to be the way the manufacturing business has purposely made things not last.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
that's not a.
It's pretty interesting what I got.
next? Okay,
well,
okay. Is it
okay.
conspiracy?
It's not a conspiracy.
Or is it something far
Conspiracy
out?
It's just pretty far out there that they actually
Okay.
went about doing this.
Yeah.
So it's something that actually happened.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually do that.
Listen up for our
Light
next week
bulbs.
episode. Another week, another far out conversation.
So hide your kids,
Fight
hide
me
your
up.
wives, because I'm gonna be putting clothespins on the nipples.
Fight
Well, not
me
your kids, just your
IRL.
wives. So hide your wives and your husbands, because they gotta pay extra. Boop.